let's check out the new Samsung M70H mini LED TV. Also in this video I will show you how to properly set it up, how to use it, and also the best features of it. It arrives very well packaged, also with your remote, all the manuals and everything you need for it, and also a stand as well. A very nice remote as well. Batteries are also included. Your power cable. If you are going to use your TV with legs, then on the bottom of the TV, over here, and also over here, we can insert them. I see you also have the front indicator, so the long one obviously will go on the front. So you simply slide inside and simply clicks inside. Simply push it, I see it clicks inside. If you want to remove it, if you pull it with a bit more force, it comes out. So again, simply click inside. And repeat for the other one as well. And this is what the TV looks like on the back. We probably have the speakers here. If you look at the build quality, considering it's an entry-level TV, it actually appears very solid, I would say. So definitely has quite a bit of weight to it. So this is where we connect our power. So the cable is included, obviously. Then, if you're wondering what kind of ports we have, so you see we have 3 HDMIs over here. So HDMI 1 over here, also it's for ARC as well. Then the HDMI 2, HDMI 3. We also have LAN port, so you can essentially connect wired internet to it. And also we have the ports for the antenna. And also we have regular USB port as well. But yeah, when it comes to build quality, it actually looks very solid. And these are our mounting holes, so you can also easily mount it on a wall as well. Also, let's check out the thickness of it. And to turn it on, either you can use a remote here, or also on the TV itself. So underneath here you are basically getting the power buttons. It will ask you to set up the TV, and there are 2 ways how to set it up. You can do it with the remote, but that's actually not that fast. So if you want to do it with the remote, you simply press this right button here and then the setup will start. Or also, if you have a smartphone on hand, you can simply get the SmartThings app. So this is very faster. So essentially you can open up this app, and the first time you open it up, so you see it already found the TV here. If it doesn't, you can also click here on the plus, click add device, and then click scan QR code or scan nearby. So I can also scan the QR code. So I see if I point my phone camera at this QR code, I can start set it up. Select your language here. Also you can name it here. And first, let's check out everything we get on this TV. Also, not only this TV can be controlled with a remote control, also with a phone app, but also you can connect a wireless keyboard and a mouse to it as well. So you see, I have it connected, and I can literally use it as a computer as well. But yeah, if you use your remote and simply navigate downwards, I see first you can select different apps that you can launch. For example, you have Netflix here, Amazon Prime, Disney, YouTube, Apple TV, for example, and you can add tons of different other apps here as well. Also, you even have an internet browser as well. So if you want to launch any of these apps, simply select it. And I see, for example, we have a YouTube app here. So you can watch any YouTube video here right away. Also, you have a full-blown internet browser as well. Also, if you keep scrolling downwards, as you see, you can also quickly launch some movies that maybe Netflix is showing, or also maybe from the Amazon or from Disney, and also a bunch of YouTube shows as well. And yep, we can also obviously watch Apple TV as well on this one. So if you go back, so on the top, I see you have different categories here. For example, see we also have a bunch of things here. You can also connect your Google Photos to it, so you can see all your image, videos that you have on your phone or wherever. And then also we can get even more apps here. So there are tons of apps that you can actually install here. So it's simply going to give you some suggestions, or as you can also keep scrolling here, or you can simply search for whatever you want. And also we even can play games as well on this TV. So you see, we also have a bunch of games here as well that you can download and play. Most of these are fairly basic games, but you see also, for example, we have Need for Speed here as well, which is kind of cool. So if you want to install something, simply go here. When it comes to picture quality, I'm very impressed with this TV. Also, when it comes to the mini LED tech in this TV, it's actually not as advanced as on maybe like 2 or 3 times more expensive Samsung TVs. But when it comes to image quality, the image quality is absolutely stunning. At this price range, I do not think you can actually get a better looking TV. So yeah, if you compare this TV versus any other TV in this price range, this simply can't be beaten. Also, I'm very impressed with the sound quality as well coming from this TV, so the speakers are actually very decent on it as well. And if you want to change settings on it, either at any time you can press this button on your remote, or also on the top, if you go here in settings, you can also change pretty much everything here. For example, I see you can go here and connect your keyboard and mouse if needed. Also, we can adjust the brightness. If you go here, also you can adjust the contrast. And yeah, the panel actually is incredibly bright on this TV. So even in very bright condition, so if you're watching your TV during daytime, it's still very bright and very visible. Then also, for example, we have different picture profiles here that you can choose from. For example, we have dynamic, standard, echo, movie mode, and also this filmmaker mode. Personally, I like to set mine as standard. By default, it's actually on echo, and then the picture isn't as vibrant. So go here and again make sure to enable either standard or dynamic. Sound options here, timers. Also, we have gaming modes as well, so you can easily play games. Also, I really like the phone app as well on this TV, so I can also easily control it from your smartphone. So you see, for example, I can increase or decrease the volume right from my phone. I can change channels here. Also, if you scroll like this on this part, Essentially, you can use it as a touchpad to navigate somewhere. So you see, left and right, and also up and down as well. Also, you can quickly launch some things as well. For example, any apps that you want. So yeah, as you can launch pretty much anything from the app as well. And yeah, the app actually works very good. Also, we have voice control as well, so you can use voice search as well to search for anything. However, when it comes to negatives for this TV, there is one huge negative which I do not like. On the remote, we actually do not have voice search function, which is absolutely ridiculous. So if you want to use a voice search function, you have to actually use a phone app. Again, this is absolutely stupid and absolutely ridiculous. Why they couldn't actually give us also voice search on the remote, just like we can do it on other TVs. Also, when it comes to more negatives, this TV is only getting, I think, around 2 GB of RAM. So if you compare this TV, again, versus more higher-end TVs, then you'll kind of notice right away that it's not as responsive sometimes. Also, sometimes, again, it's simply a bit longer to load some things compared to more higher-end TVs. But I'm just probably nitpicking. Again, we really have to consider the price. So personally, for the 50-inch version, I only paid 300 euros, which is like $300. And the image quality is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, the image quality is top notch. You really can't beat it. But yeah, the system performance, obviously you can tell it's like a mid-range TV essentially, and not a higher-end TV. But yeah, the good thing is image quality is spot on, and also the audio quality as well from speakers is absolutely fantastic. Also, we can get this TV in multiple different sizes, starting from 43 up to 85 inches. So over here I have the 50-inch version. Also for this TV, we have the slightly more expensive M70H version, which simply has got a tiny bit better refresh rate compared to this one. However, if you aren't into gaming, so if you do not plan to use your TV much for gaming, I highly suggest to get this cheaper M70H, which I have over here. Not only this M70 is significantly cheaper than the M80, but also when I checked both of them in store side by side, the picture quality actually appeared significantly better from this M70. So again, they have different panels, so the M80 essentially simply optimized for gaming, so it has that higher refresh rate. But if you need the best image quality, then again, I highly suggest to simply get this cheaper M70. The contrast definitely is better, blacks are better, and also overall color vibrancy as well. So if you compare the M70 versus M80, again, this cheaper M70 actually is better when it comes to colors, which again is very, very weird. And overall, I'm extremely impressed with this new Samsung M70H. So if you need a very affordable TV with top-line image quality and also excellent sound quality, then in the market for this price, really no other TV even comes close to it.